and welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited because I know this video is a little bit longer, but there's a lot of stuff that I did in detail and in depth that I will do my best to explain as we go through the video. But I did receive some more PR from Born Pretty, of course. I was actually really surprised to see the gel polish set. I knew that they were going to send me this jelly gel is what they call it. It's like a really thick gel polish, and you guys will see how that works here in a minute. But yeah, I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting the gel polish that they sent me, but it turns out that I actually already have this set. So first, let's go ahead and take a look at this jelly gel really quick. So it is like a milky white, and it's really, really thick. Like it's almost like the rubber base coat, but I did compare them and they are not, it's not near as strong as the rubber base coat. So it is more along the lines of a gel polish. So you cannot build with it, but it is really pretty. And then as I was opening up these gel polish set, I was like, I noticed the number or the JR01 on the bottle. And I was like, I know I already have this kit of gel polish and I already had them swatched and I've already reviewed them in another video. So please go check that out as well. But yeah, so they're transparent jelly polishes and I like the look of the new bottles. They're very, very pretty, but I also like the black bottles as well. And I will probably be putting the second set in a giveaway, but they are very pretty. So I've already prepped the nails that I was going to use in today's set. We're doing press-ons because I want my natural nails to grow. So I didn't want to put any, the next few sets I'll be doing are press-ons because I don't want to ruin my natural nails or like constantly have, filing and soaking off and different things like that like I did last year. This year I just kind of want to leave everything more natural on my own hands. So we'll see how that goes throughout the year because I'm already missing my long nails. But anyway, you can see that this color is obviously it's very transparent when you only do one coat. And so I put one coat down and I did not cure it. You can see I'm trying to press this snowflake down with my finger so that it folds and can bend around the nail, because what I was going to try to do and I emphasize try to do was a snowflake, what do you call that? Milk bath nail. But instead of with flowers, I was going to try to do it with snowflakes. And the milk bath did not work out too well for me, unfortunately. So I was a little bit sad about that, but so even though I was a bit down about the snowflake idea, I was still really excited and decided to improvise. So I'm still went with the snowflake design. And so here I'm just doing the second coat and I'm only painting the tips, right? Because I'm going to do a French ombre. So I thought this milky white was like a really soft, beautiful white where you could easily do an ombre with. And the fact that they sent me those nude polishes just kind of like sealed the deal. I was like, these go perfect, with this. So I did a full coat of the white initially because I wanted a little bit of opaqueness behind the pink. So you'll see me applying the pink here in a little bit, and it actually turns out super, super cute. And it did help having just that little layer of white underneath. So after I finished this up, or painting about halfway up the nail to the length that I wanted, because of course I want the pink to overlap the white, so I want the white to slowly fade up. So I'm just making sure that my gel polish brush is really, really clean. And what I'm going to do is swipe it on the nail so that it doesn't have that harsh line, right? So I don't want that harsh white line underneath my ombre. And so I just was like, instead of dirtying another brush or, I'm just going to use what I have, because once I start doing the ombre, you're going to see what that looks like. But I'm very, very gently just blending that harsh gel polish line down, or up the nail, I should say. So now we're getting into the pink phase of the nail, and I am going to use the sponge method, but I am trying something a little bit different today. I have tried this method off camera a couple of times and it works really, really well. So for the first layer of pink, I am doing the exact same thing that I did with the white layer, where I'm just painting the gel polish halfway down. And then I'm going to take the brush, I'm going to make sure that it's as dry as I can get it, and has the least amount of product, and then gently pull it down a little bit, and not do anything with the sponge at all. But you could see that I was already playing around with the sponge and working with these exact same colors to see what it would look like and if I would like it. And I loved it. So I am just, I take that back. I did not cure it yet. Sorry, I did the first layer and then I took the sponge with the harsh line. So I already had a sponge for the pink. So instead of adding more polish to it, I just gently tapped that harsh line away before I go in with the next step. So I was watching Votino, and I have also seen other people use the method for the same method for this ombre, especially when you're dealing with lighter colors and you're having trouble with the pigment sticking. When you're doing an ombre with a sponge, it's very easy to lose your pigment and a lot of the color in the process. The more you press down, the more thin your gel polish gets, and you just might not get that pigmentation that you're looking for, like if you were just painting the nail, like in general. Like if you were just painting the entire nail all one color, you're just not going to get that pigment out of it when you're using a sponge. So I did go in and I took my Joya Mia Diamond Clear Acrylic, and I am just putting it over the pink. And then before I brush it away or dust it off, I am going to go ahead and stick this in the lamp for 60 seconds. And I'm going to do this and repeat this step about 3 times. And, excuse me, and this is what it is looking like after I cured it the first time. And I'm going to go in and do the exact same thing. I'm just going to take my sponge. I'm going to sponge on the pink, and I'm going to cover it with clear acrylic, cure for 60 seconds. Now, I did this a total of 3 different times. And then for the 4th time, I did not add any acrylic. I did a 4th layer with the sponge on, like, I forgot what I was to say. I did a 4th layer of the sponge without any acrylic. Now, the first time I did not dust off the acrylic because I just didn't remember to, but the 2nd and 3rd time that I did this, I did go ahead and dust the acrylic off, and you'll also see me do that here in a moment as well. I also wanted to add, like, I'll slow it down here in a little bit. And, but with every single layer that you'll see me do, you can see more and more and more pigmentation. So, again, the first 3 layers, I used the acrylic after I applied the gel polish, cured it for 60 seconds, brush off the extra acrylic, and do however many layers that you feel you need in order to get the right pigmentation. Now, these gel polishes are also very transparent, so it was kind of hard, and that's why I did so many layers of the gel polish, because it's very it isn't very pigmented. Now, if I was using like white, red, black, a really dark color, dark green, dark blue, it would have picked up the pigment a lot better on that acrylic, but I think it did a pretty good job in getting the pink that I wanted. And you could see here where I'm like shaking the other end of my sponge. I use the other end that doesn't have any gel polish on it at all. That little end is great for blending down the ombre as well. So like when you feel like you have a little bit too much in one area where you're trying to fade it or fade the ombre down, you can use the other end of your sponge, and I absolutely love that. Like it makes it very simple and very easy. I love the sponge method, and then adding the acrylic to the sponge method, it just is gorgeous. So I did go ahead and apply a matte top coat and cured that for 60 seconds as well. I typically cure my matte top coat for 120 seconds, but I know that I was not going to do a set or a complete set with what I was doing on these nails. I already had these nails prepped and out and ready to go. So I just did one hand for this particular set, but now I'm going in with what I call the I Am Biscuit snowflakes. She absolutely loves these snowflakes and loves drawing these, and I totally understand because I can relate. I think they're absolutely beautiful and they're so easy to do. And you just go in with your dots, you make your cross, you do as many dots up or as many dots down as you want to do. Make as many dots to the right or left, and then you just do the 4 little dots in each corner, or you could do 2 dots, 3 dots. Again, it's just really up to you and your imagination, but the more dots that you do, the more you have to drag the brush through. So just a heads up on that. Now, I did lose the shape of the dots during this process, right? Whenever that happens, and when you lose your little dots throughout, like I mentioned, throughout this process, then you can just go ahead and take your dotting tool once you have your lines the way that you want them, and just go back in and do your dots and go over them one more time just to round them out and even them out so that you have a nice, gorgeous snowflake. So stay tuned. Here in a couple minutes, I am going to show you what I do next. So now that I have everything cured, this is what it's looking like. And I know that it's a really light color, but I'm going to go in with this gorgeous like white shimmery chrome powder. I cannot remember where I got it from. Honestly, it's probably from a Born Pretty kit along the way that I got somewhere. But I honestly don't know, but it's just really, really pretty, especially for the winter time. And we're still in the winter time. So that's why I chose snowflakes. I already had my matte nail polish down, so all I had to do was go over these snowflakes with the chrome powder, and then I'll go in next and do my top coat, right? So I'll put my shiny top coat over the snowflakes, and then you'll see me go in with a lint-free alcohol wipe and wipe away all of the excess chrome powder. When you're putting your top coat on, like let's say you decided like you accidentally painted one of the lines and you didn't really like the way that it was, just put your top coat over the way, you know, wherever you want it, whatever you put it over. That way when you cure it and then you wipe away the excess chrome powder, that portion will wipe away that you don't want on the snowflake. Like I went overboard here on the thumbnail on the left hand side. It's like the dots are like really big and it just looked kind of gnarly and I didn't really like it. And so I just put my top coat specifically over like the dots exactly where I wanted it before I cured it so I could wipe away the rest of that chrome powder after the top coat was cured. So yeah, I just want to take the time to thank Born Pretty because throughout 2022 and now starting in 2023, they have been very, very consistent with sending me products to try and new items and things like that. So I really appreciate them for that because it pushes me to do more content and get things out in a timely manner and different things like that. So that's one very positive aspect of that outside of being a part of the affiliate program and saving. You guys can save some coins. And that's a way of appreciation for being one of my subscribers is the discounts that you get or that come with me doing YouTube. So I really, really appreciate that. So truly, like from the bottom of my heart, I was so ready to kick off 2023. I've already recorded like 3 other videos or 2 other videos. And I want to be more consistent for you guys as my viewers because I really, really, truly appreciate every single one of you and all of my new subscribers, the people who have been with me since like day one, everybody, like anybody, you're always welcome here. I'm a very open and honest person. So yeah, just thank you so much for all of the love and all of the support. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this video so far and you're still watching. And check this out. So I love this precision tip from Born Pretty. And I was like, while I'm using their products, I might as well just show this off a little bit more. But I feel like this is where I went overboard with this set as well. So I went in on every single dot that I had on these nails, and I put a rhinestone in its place. And then I was like, why did I do that? Because now I feel like I did too much. And I'm always trying to do a little something, but not too much. And in this case, I definitely did a little bit too much. Like the snowflakes just weren't big enough or long enough for me to put this many rhinestones on the nail. But you will see these rhinestones in my next video because I'm going to do a little haul, and I got these off of Amazon, and I kid you not, these rhinestones are like $2 and you get 2 packs. So they're like $2.29 and you get 2 packs of these rhinestones, and they're like a really nice vibrant quality. But the color of these rhinestones is what did it for me. They're called Moonlight, so they have like a little bit instead of like an AB quality, it's more of like a bluish green like under hue. It's just really, really pretty, excuse me, and I really, really love these rhinestones. So I'm here for all the bling. I love the bling. So this set kind of grew on me a little bit. It had to grow on me. But I did end up liking it, but I just, like I mentioned, I feel like I could have done a little better and maybe not put as many rhinestones, but I was like, hey, while I'm here, I might as well just go all out, right? Happy New Year. So like I said in my last video, so we're 10 days in at this point. It's January 10th when I'm doing this voiceover, and I've been having a fun time. So thank you all so much for being the best part of my channel, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in my next one.